Ladies and gentlemen, to commemorate the 100th anniversary of their establishment, the Naval Academy Drum and Bugle Corps would like to present this special pre-game performance. Founded in 1914, the Naval Academy Drum and Bugle Corps has a long and proud tradition in support of the Brigade of Midshipmen and Navy athletics. The Corps is led on the field by Corps Commander Midshipman Lieutenant Andrea Howard of Norcross, Georgia. The Naval Academy Band is under the direction of Ensign Patrick Hill. The drum major is Chief Musician Todd Nix. The brigade is commanded by Midshipman Captain Christopher Diorio of Yorktown, Virginia. First Regiment is commanded by Midshipman Commander Jake Marburger of Columbus, Ohio. First Battalion is commanded by Midshipman Lieutenant Commander Catherine McVarish of Braintree, Massachusetts. First Company is commanded by Midshipman Lieutenant Christian Holloman of Havelock, North Carolina. Second Company is commanded by Midshipman Lieutenant Mark Blankenship Jr. of Marysville, Washington. Third Company is commanded by Midshipman Lieutenant Evan Nickel of Ackworth, Georgia. Fourth Company is commanded by Midshipman Lieutenant Ryan Bresnick of Bradford, Pennsylvania. Fifth Company is commanded by Midshipman Lieutenant Kelly Freer of Shelton, Connecticut. Second Battalion is commanded by Midshipman Lieutenant Commander Derek Garner of Merville, Tennessee. Sixth Company is commanded by Midshipman Lieutenant Logan Burchett of Bell Buckle, Tennessee. Seventh Company is commanded by Midshipman Lieutenant Connor O'Neill of Annapolis, Maryland. Eighth Company is commanded by Midshipman Lieutenant Timothy Sabian of Mendon, Massachusetts. Ninth Company is commanded by Midshipman Lieutenant Frederick McDonald of Oceanside, California. Tenth Company is commanded by Midshipman Lieutenant Kurt Payne of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Third Battalion is commanded by Midshipman Lieutenant Commander Michael Lemonick of Wynwood, Pennsylvania. Eleventh Company is commanded by Midshipman Lieutenant Charles Jordan of Lilburn, Georgia. 12th Company is commanded by Midshipman Lieutenant Timothy Howard of Plainsboro, New Jersey. 13th Company is commanded by Midshipman Lieutenant John Narati of Bend, Oregon. 14th Company is commanded by Midshipman Lieutenant Brandon Tran of Montebello, California. 15th Company is commanded by Midshipman Lieutenant Benton Boyd of Portage, Wisconsin. The 2nd Regiment is commanded by Midshipman Commander Cricket Masters of Joplin, Missouri. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Passing before you now is the Color Guard with Midshipman 3rd Class Lowry carrying our national ensign, Midshipman 3rd Class Servant carrying the Brigade of Midshipmen flag, Midshipman 3rd Class Jones with the battle colors of the United States Marine Corps, and Midshipman 3rd Class McLaurin with the battle colors of the United States Navy. The riflemen are Midshipman 3rd Class Fleming and Midshipman 2nd Class Bonani. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. 4th Battalion is commanded by Midshipman Lieutenant Jim Daughtry of Houston, Texas. 16th Company is commanded by Midshipman Lieutenant Junior Grade Carl Joyner of Columbia, South Carolina. 17th Company is commanded by Midshipman Lieutenant Timothy Waterman of Ashburn, Virginia. 18th Company is commanded by Midshipman Lieutenant Christopher Hine of Virginia Beach, Virginia. The 19th Company, the Color Company, is commanded by Midshipman Lieutenant Ian Eversman of Stafford, Virginia. The midshipmen of the Color Company have distinguished themselves as the most proficient in the brigade in areas of academics, military professionalism, and naval skill. 20th Company is commanded by Midshipman Lieutenant Junior Grade Terry Rudder of Silverdale, Washington. The 5th Battalion is commanded by Midshipman Lieutenant Commander Taylor Compton of Grand Haven, Michigan. 21st Company is commanded by Midshipman Lieutenant David Tisler of Aiken, South Carolina. 22nd Company is commanded by Midshipman Lieutenant Zach Nelson of Minneapolis, Minnesota. 23rd Company is commanded by Midshipman Lieutenant Ryan Eilerman of Joppa, Maryland. 24th Company is commanded by Midshipman Lieutenant Jonathan Laduz of Elmira, New York. 25th Company is commanded by Midshipman Lieutenant Heather Bowie of San Diego, California. The 6th Battalion is commanded by Midshipman Lieutenant Commander Kevin Lee of Gainesville, Virginia. 26th Company is commanded by Midshipman Lieutenant Matt Silberberg of Lake St. Louis, Missouri. 27th Company is commanded by Midshipman Lieutenant Jordan Snyder of Bel Air, Maryland. 28th Company is commanded by Midshipman Lieutenant Eric Bermudez of Topsfield, Massachusetts. 29th Company is commanded by Midshipman Lieutenant John Hogan of Chevy Chase, Maryland. The 30th Company is commanded by Midshipman Lieutenant Alexander Johnson of Upper Marlboro, Maryland. Passing before you now are the pipes and drums of the Brigade of Midshipmen, created in 1996 through an endowment of the class of 1961. The pipes and drums perform in various venues in support of the Brigade of Midshipmen and its alumni. The pipes and drums is led by Midshipman Lieutenant Junior Grade Megan Lewis of Pleasant Grove, Utah. The drum major is Midshipman 3rd Class Raj Patel of New York, New York. Ladies and gentlemen, the Brigade of Midshipmen.